Hello, welcome to the island of São Miguel in the Azores for the fourth round of the 2015 FIA European Rally Championship, the 50th edition of the Sata Rallye Acores. This is the first gravel event following the all-asphalt round in the Circuit of Ireland in April. It's a busy championship. Drivers' point standings after the Circuit of Ireland find Chris Brian on top, leading by 3 points ahead of Kato Kajatanovic. Lukianyuk, 43 points ahead of Konsani and Plagi. These, the guys rounding out the top 10 for now. But what a challenge ahead. The Azores is an archipelago which lies approximately equidistant between Lisbon and New York in the Atlantic Ocean, and consisting of 9 islands formed from a series of volcanic eruptions. São Miguel is the southeasterly island where the rally is based. It's also the biggest. Fabulous backdrop. Great theatre there for us to play with. Rally started yesterday, 3 stages. ERC Championship leader Breen won 2 of them and of course took the lead. Super balanced performance in his Peugeot 208 T16. Some teething problems still, but nonetheless quick. Closest to Breen, Ketan Kajatanovic in the Ford Fiesta R5. Just a small lead, only 1.4 seconds, but Breen will be happy with that over Kato. Kato winning the opening stage, don't forget. Well, it doesn't go smoothly for everybody, and the rally started badly for local hero Mora. Ricardo, to you and me, had an off at the finish of the qualifying stage. No big damage, took the start of the rally, was third after 3 stages. I think he was probably feeling a little bit lucky to get away with it. So today, second part of leg 1, starting with a loop of 4 stages which are repeated in the afternoon, including the famous volcano stage. When you see it, you never forget it. As usual, mix of gravel and tarmac, making tyre choice essential but also difficult. You can never predict the weather, but thankfully sunny for day 2. Stage starting off at 10 a.m. 8th on the road, Josh Moffat. 4th overall, ahead of stage 4, and 4th quickest in stage 4 as well. Things though can never be counted as certain, especially on this island where the surface, as you know, is mixed. And a bad off just after the flying finish line. Saw the corner too late, could not avoid it, and unfortunately, rally over. Never good to be overtaken by one of your own wheels. Ricardo Mora, 8th on the stage, 3rd on stage 4 and 6. Ford Fiesta R5. Valuable choice. 5th on stage 5 and 3rd overall before stage 7. The gap 35.4 seconds ahead of Bruno Meiles. Ketan Kajatanovic pushing very hard, 2nd fastest on stages 4 and 5 and the fastest through 6. Fighting hard for the lead with Brian. Kato super smooth, even when the road is anything but.
20, late 3 left
Great Green.
and late 2 right.
Let's see the time between Breen and Kato stage by stage. 0.1 second quicker than Kato on stage 4. 3.5 seconds ahead on stage 5. 2.6 seconds slower on stage 6 before, yes, a breathtaking 28.92 kilometre stage 7, Sete Cedades. Breen leads 2.4 seconds ahead of Kato. That is class. 3 stages in the first loop done, now heading for the volcano stage. Breen in the lead, 2.4 seconds ahead of Cato. Mora third, 19.1 seconds behind. Look at it. It's amazing. Well, now tackling the most famous and surely the most beautiful stage in the ERC, called Sete Cedades, near the crater of the volcano. Wonderful scenery. Longest stage of the rally. Not quickly forgotten. Well, always a hell of a job to be first on the road, and Giacomo Costanaro, yes, was first, meaning he was cleaning and sweeping the loose gravel on top. Not much grip, and so maybe he had an excuse for the spin. Bruno Megalesh, two-time winner on the Azores, lost a lot of time yesterday with an engine issue, so kind of try to make up ground while keeping it sensible, ever mindful, of course, of funding, which comes and goes for him. Thankfully, he's with us this year in his Peugeot 208 T16. Well, you know what? Getting the road wrong is pretty basic. Went straight on at a hairpin, had to reverse, never fun. Still taking the third fastest time, making you wonder what might have been his fourth place in the overall standings. Wonderful, wonderful scenery. Ricardo Mora. Awful stage for him. Beautiful backdrop. Brakes not working perfectly and dropped more than 40 seconds, unfortunately. Still third in the overall standings. Work to be done then. Back at base.
Since the first time going down, the pedals start to lose pressure, and it affects me a lot, my confidence. So I have to really take care.
First time for Cato on this stage. Cato 2.4 seconds behind Breen in the overall standings at the start of the stage, don't forget. About tyre and brake management this stage, I think it's fair to say, and so too soft a tyre and a big drop off near the final of the stage. His time 20:50.2. So many different surfaces to contend with. It's a hard one to master, and if you are a debutant on it, can come as a bit of a shock. Great time though.
Unbelievable stage. It's my first time on the stage. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. It's so long, so narrow, so different parts, so different surface.
And of course, crazy. Small lead of 2.4 seconds over Cato at the start of the stage. Craig Breen, all goes well during the first part, but halfway, Breen losing the balance of the Peugeot. Check this out. Well, he had a couple of spins actually, dropped time of course. Thankfully, no damage. His time 20:59.3, still a great time, losing only 9 seconds over Cato despite his problems doing the old pirouettes. Cato, though, taking the lead of the rally. Breen now 6.7 seconds behind overall. So, maybe ruining what might have been. Yet again, it seems that contact with the surface is the issue.
Absolutely zero grip on the second half of the stage. The first half was reasonably okay, and then it was like someone just flicked the switch and said you have no back of the car, and I just fell at the end of the stage. I fell my way through the banks all the way to the end of the stage. Incredibly strange.
Falling on, diving with style. Kajtanovic then leading this one, 6.7 seconds ahead of Breen. It's your overall classification. It's tied at the top. Mora keeping them very, very honest. The lagoon of the Seven Cities is a twin lake situated in the crater of a massive volcano on the Portuguese archipelago of the Azores. It consists of two ecologically different small lakes connected by a narrow passage. It's crossed by a bridge, located in the dormant volcano on the western third of the island of São Miguel. We're going to go playing with it later. Rallye Acores is the third round of the Junior Championship, and after Section 1, Leg 1 yesterday, Chris Ingram and Ralph Simakis were tied for the junior lead here in the ERC. Well, the day started with a mechanical problem for John Armstrong. Near the start of Stage 7, the longest stage of the day, he broke his front right shock absorber. He was able to finish, but at the service park he lost time repairing the car and went out too late. He will continue, but with a 90-second penalty. Well, even if it's his second year in the Junior Championship, Alex Zawada comes for the first time to the Azores. Consistent all day, moving from 12th this morning to 6th overall. Good progress then for the man on board the Opel. Portuguese driver Diogo Gogo drives for the win, and disappointed with the morning as well. Mistake on Stage 7, fell in a ditch. Unfortunately, his co-driver had to push, and they lost 30 seconds. Never good, leaning that heavily on your co-driver. Well, they righted it, and of course they made it up later.
Yeah, it's disappointed because I don't wanted these things. The car is okay. The mistake was me.
Fastest in the first stage of the day, Stage 4, Emil Bergqvist. I didn't push, lost time in the longest section of Stage 7 after service.
Some changes
same tyres
on the afternoon, and hope for a better run now. First of all, change the tires because it was really rough out there. So, and then some setup.
There we are, changes to be made. Third overall after Loop 1 this morning, Ralph Simakis, proving that he's fast on gravel. The SRT driver, 21 seconds behind the leader, and keeps fighting for that overall victory. Steve Rockland finishing the morning with the best time on Stage 7, second overall, 9.5 seconds behind Chris Ingram.
4 right minus, into 6 left minus, 50, 6 right plus over Chris, into 6 left minus short, 35 right long,
James Aldridge doing a great job of the calling.
2 left plus, 30.
Fastest on Stage 6, Chris Ingram, feeling good with the Peugeot 208 on the gravel roads.
Break, 6 right, 6 right, and 4 left.
Well, he was pushing a lot, even tagged a few rocks and walls as he was going, flat out.
Plus, and 2 left, big stop, 3 right, into 6 right, comes quick over junction.
He wasn't hanging back.
6 right, comes quick over junction, 250.
Just absolutely flat out. There's a 500-foot drop into the big lake, but when you drive in these cars, you just don't think about it, and it's just crazy, really. Gotta be a bit stupid. I love it, yeah. Best stages in the world on this rally, and just don't want it to end.
Second loop of the afternoon with the same 4 stages, and of course sunny if breezy weather. End of the day, bad for Simakis. Slow without power in Stage 11. Bent exhaust pipe was the reason. Lost 6 minutes 58. A lot of drivers passed him, and he's now last in the standings.
We hit the wall, then with front hit the wall, and then is something happened with car engine because we now have only 3,000 RPM maximum, so we drive very slowly after that crash. But if car will be good, then I think I lose some 20 seconds only.
Second overall after leg 1, Steve Rockland made no mistakes. He's 22 seconds behind the leader. A really good start for his first year on the Azores.
Goal is always to win, but Chris Ingram looks really fast, and he has the experience from the stages from last year, so it's my first time here, so it's quite difficult, but I'll do my best for sure.
Probably 2 more stages and 2 more stage wins, I should say, in the afternoon. Chris Ingram increased his lead, fastest on the volcano rim. The Peugeot driver continues to dominate the Rallye Acores in the junior class. Super work. Ingram and Moreau leading this by 22.4 seconds ahead of Rockland and Aldridge. Back to the battle for the overall lead. Cato is leading 6.7 seconds ahead of Brian. Service then at 1:10 local time. Well, Brian isn't a happy man, trying to figure out what went wrong on the volcano stage and exactly what he could do about it.
I just tried to change the pitch of the car a little bit and tried to put more weight and more grip on the rear. So that's all I need now, is just some confidence in the rear of the car, because on the last stage, even when some corners I had grip, I didn't have the confidence to push, because on the previous one I would have nothing. So I just need to find some more confidence again.
The tires choice, I think, was good. I don't know what we want to do, what we can to do.
It's getting warmer now.
Yes. Just we must thinking about this. We have 1 hour. At this moment, it's okay.
There's the 1 minute sign. Let's get out of here. Second loop of the day, the fight intense for the lead between Cato and Breen. 3 small stages before the second pass of Sete Cedades. Cato Kajatanovic is on the limit, almost everywhere. Well, on such narrow roads with mixed surfaces, there's absolutely no room for error. And he looks good. Looking good is one thing, being quick is another. No fastest time over the 3 stages for Cato. Threading the car beautifully past rock walls and embankments, as you can see. So the question was, would he still have the lead ahead of Breen before the second pass of Sete Cedades? Big question. 1.6 seconds quicker than Cato on stage 8 was Craig Breen. 1 second faster on stage 9 as well. And on stage 10, he found another 1.3 seconds. Well, resetting the balance of the car in the service park had clearly had a huge impact. No space for any errors likewise. So, 1 stage to go, and Breen now 2.8 seconds behind Cato. What an amazing battle we were experiencing. Two great performers with an amazing stage for their theatre. So time to take the standings after stage 10. Cato leading by just 2.8 seconds. Mora over a minute down. Megalesh and Fontes making up the top 10. Kutsani, Moffat, Woodvillas, Rego and Lustak in the top 10. Well, grown hundreds of miles away from the industrial pollution and harvested every April to September. It's Goraner's single estate green and black tea. They've been cultivating this since 1883 as a constant. A unique European tea produced pesticide-free for 130 years. 2 sugars, please. Welcome back to Portugal for the 50th edition of the Sata Rallye Acores. Here before stage 11, Cato leading, Breen chasing, 2.8 seconds separating them. Time then for the last stage of the day and the second pass of Sete Cedades. Yes, one of the most challenging and beautiful stages in the world of rallying. Beat that. Stage 11, 28.92 kilometres, just after 4 o'clock local time in the afternoon. Robert Consani. Time 21:26.8. 6th quickest. 6th in the standings. 9.6 behind Fontes in the Citroën DS3. Problems with the diff on the stage though. Always hampering. And even the debutants of course have seen this one then before with the second passage along here. Doesn't make it any easier. Bruno Megalesh, Portuguese, in the 208 T16. His time 21:02.9. 4th fastest, and as you can see, just losing that back end on occasion, especially on some of the crests. 4th in the standings, as we mentioned, but no more technical issues with his car, so all down to the driving then. This stage really is like cutting the blade of a skyscraper. It's unbelievable. Ricardo Moura, his time 20:53.5. Here we go. Fantastic onboard work. Well, it was 8.4 seconds faster than Megalesh. 3rd fastest as well. 3rd in the standings. Just sad for him, kicking up a dust storm, but just not kicking dust in the faces of Cato, or indeed Breen. Good run though, a tough one, and he acknowledged that.
It's difficult. They are faster than me. Of course, we lost a bit too much time in the last passage here in this stage. But anyway, couldn't match that rhythm, that's for sure. They are from another championship.
Same championship, but yes, just fantastic pace. Ketan Kejatelovic, the pole in the Ford Fiesta R5. His time out there, 20:38.1, 12 seconds faster than his first passage. That's class. Just note what you've got to deal with, make amendments, and, of course, crucially, deliver it. Well, at the end of this run, Cato finished 15.4 seconds quicker than Moura had done. At the end, he said he just couldn't have gone any faster. Well, let's see if it's enough, shall we, to keep Breen behind in the standings.
It's unbelievable because we are pushing so much, believe me. It's my second time on the stage. It's finished the stage. It's like a win for us.
Slight right.
But Woody, Breen on course, Martin calling.
20 going up. Left hand flat 2 right, in on a big crest, okay, 30. Left hand's to flat 3 maybe, and flat 2 right sharp 30. Watch left hand's to 2 minus, narrows of a crest, and flat 1 right, 100. Slow in, long 1 left.
26.3 seconds faster than his first pass, 5.1 faster than Cato.
Slight left in the dip, 60. Stop up deceptive early, 4
Up to first, 2.3 seconds ahead of Cato. Fantastic battle for the lead. What a performance.
Right, 40, slight left, and watch 4 right plus of a crest, half long, tightens. 30.
Huge push then from Breen. What delivery.
The guys have really rectified the car. I have a lot better feeling now. For sure, I don't take any stupid risks or try to do anything silly. I'm just keeping in the middle of the road, and yeah, it's obviously enough.
It is enough. Breen takes the lead, 2.3 seconds ahead of Cato. Mora, 1 minute and 20 down now ahead of Magalesh and Fontes. Craig Breen, apparently a class apart, and doing it for our entertainment. Six stages left for leg 2. Can't wait. Well, that's it from the Azores for today. We'll see you tomorrow for more action from the European Rally Championship. My name's Carlton Kirby. Hope to have your company for that. For now, though, it's bye-bye.